He laced our fingers together and walked me to the double doors before opening to a massive, open-concept room. "What is this?" "We will show you the plans later. We actually need your input on a couple things. What I have to show you is over here." Dakota keeps walking me through to the back. There isn't anything here to indicate what they want to use this space for, so I couldn't even guess, but the windows set in the back wall almost make me cry. They made sure to recapture the entrance to the patio. It was always my favorite thing about the kitchen in the pack house. But we don't stop here like I assumed. He keeps pulling me along, his grin getting wider as we go. "What are you up to?" "Me. Why would I be up to anything?" He just winks and takes a few more large steps. I'm starting to have to jog to keep up. He's so excited to show me whatever it is. "Okay, Skylar, close your eyes." Oh, damn. He is serious. I think he's used my given name less than a handful of times in my whole life. I don't even hesitate to shut them. He steps behind me, placing a hand on each shoulder and starts to guide me forward. I hear a metal click, a whoosh, and then I'm hit with warm, humid air. "There's no way." I whisper again. It cannot be possible. Our entire home was completely flattened in the attack. He moves me forward a few more steps. I can hear water trickling not far from me and smell the damp earth freshly tilled and planted. I can smell roses and lavender, jasmine and eucalyptus. It is heavenly. We stop and he shifts me a few times, and I have to laugh at him trying to get the angle right. "Dakota, can I open my eyes yet?" I whine at him, but with a smile. He kisses me gently, laughing at his ability to get to me. Once he returns to my back and places both hands back on my shoulders, he whispers, "Take a look." I open my eyes slowly, and I am lost for words for the second time today. It is gorgeous. It's our garden, but so much more. The pool is still in the center with the zero-depth walk-in, but instead of being rectangular, it is a circle in the center of the room. To one corner is a massive lounge area that was definitely made for all four of us to fit comfortably. In another corner, a vining plant looks like it is being trained to climb the wall over a black iron dining table with 4 chairs. To my left, the soft river stones line the floor and walls where a rain shower head is concealed in the ceiling. To my right, raised planting beds house many different plants that I would take a guess pertain to magic somehow. There is a stone path that surrounds the pool and leads to all the corner pockets of the space, and plants are everywhere. It is amazing. I turn to Dakota and bury my head in his shoulder and let my happy tears fall. They did this for me. "Welcome home, Sky?" he whispers. I look up to thank them all, but it's just the two of us. I pull back confused. "Where? It's my turn. I told you we would all have plenty of time in here together." He leans forward, asking for permission, and I don't hesitate. This is so amazing. I can't wait to share it with them all, but I can give Coda his time. Epilogue 1, Sky's 18th birthday. "Why are you not ready yet?" Sierra yells at me from the door of my bedroom. "What are you talking about? I have been ready. What else is there to do?" I look down at myself. I have the dress she chose, the hairstyle and makeup we have practiced at least 3 times this week. I had to beg Sam to keep her busy to give me some peace. He took it like a man and told her he wanted to redecorate the boys' rooms. Their second son is due in just a few months, and Sam has actually been holding her off from redecorating since the baby stuff shouldn't really change in his opinion. I agree with him, but I will never say that out loud to my best friend. She has been extra moody with this pregnancy. Ugh, I have to make sure everything is perfect. I can't have my best friend look ridiculous when she is becoming an alpha Luna. The title she has given me is so stupid. But another thing I can't say because she will either try to fight me or burst into tears, and she's right, today is not the day for things to go wrong. Hey, breathe. It will be perfect. You have done such a wonderful job on everything. Now take a deep breath and stop stressing my nephew out. I reach out to rub her baby bump. She is such a natural mother. She has even taken on the kids who lost their parents in the war with Adrielle and Vincent. The pack house is a revolving door of children, and we all love every second of the craziness. She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. I know. It's just really important. And everyone is here, and it's your birthday, and we haven't done anything yet, and I know that we always do something special for birthdays. But the pack house is jammed full of people, so we are missing out on that too. I jump up from my chair and put my hands on her shoulders, making her take my seat. Stop, right now. Don't make me alpha command you. It will be perfect. Everything you do is always amazing. And we are doing something for my birthday. It's just a little different than normal. Everyone agreed that this was the best day for everything to happen. I turn 18. There's a full moon tonight. We have the Luna ceremony. It's all supposed to happen tonight, and everyone will stick around for a couple days, and then we will have the house to ourselves, and we can sit by the pool and grill burgers to your little pregnant heart's content. Silas, no, your mother is going to kill you and then me, and not necessarily in that order. We hear the yell from outside, and both of us rush to the balcony. I love this view. The way the guys designed the pack house is perfect. The U-shaped design has the main common areas in the middle and the living spaces on either side. We are in the west wing on the top floor, and I have a balcony that takes up the whole wall that overlooks the massive pool we have in the back. The rest of our Alpha Suite has windows that overlook the central courtyard or the forest that surrounds the pack house and my greenhouse. Just as we get to the edge of the balcony, I see Silas take a running jump from one side of the massive waterfall that circulates the pool water to the other side. The boy is only 6 months old and already a handful. He has scaled everything that is possible to climb, and he learned to walk and run on the same day. It takes all of us just to keep track of him. Sam is running after him, screaming about keeping his clothes clean and really wanting to be alive to see him reach at least 5. We are both laughing hysterically. There is no way either of them come out of this chase clean. I told Sam those were his clothes for the ceremony and he had to stay clean, or else he was sleeping with the pups in the dorms for the foreseeable future. She giggles, holding her tummy. Even I know you wouldn't dress Silas until about 30 seconds before he has to run down the aisle. How does Sam not know that? Men are stupid. She shrugs. I think Gina is having just as much trouble with Mac, but he knows how important today is for you. That boy's sense of duty for his beta blood is stronger than yours ever was. I would send him after Silas if their communication skills were as advanced as their physical ones. She laughs again. Okay, we really do have to head down. Is there really something I am missing, or were you just being dramatic? I walk away from her a little and do a spin. I don't bother looking in the mirror. She's better than any piece of glass at making me look my best. I have this gorgeous white gown that has all the pizzazz Sierra thinks it needs, but it is still my simple style. It is a mermaid-styled dress with a bunched satin material making up the top of the bodice. The rest of the dress material is a matte white hanging from the satin, hugging all my curves in the right places. The bunched satin continues over my shoulders and crisscrosses between my shoulder blades and wraps back around the front, creating this sexy wrap look. It finally finishes in the back, just above my tailbone, where the satin attaches and hangs like a pleated train to the floor. Sierra has my hair loosely pulled to the side and over my shoulder. The beach waves are pinned strategically to look effortless, but they will not move at all. Luna Ann sent my silver shoes so I could wear them and tease the guys a bit, since Xander got to see me in a dress for the first time before them. They probably won't even notice. But the nod is still funny to me, and Xander is sure to bring it up if he notices. No, you look perfect. Let's go. She laces her arm with mine and we walk out together. Lil and Gina meet us as the elevator stops on the next floor down. Oh yes, they're going to die when they see you. Gina coos and Lil laughs. I bet Dakota tries to get you in the greenhouse for a quickie before the ceremony starts. You're on. Gina laughs. There's no way Cam is going to let anything stall this ceremony. It has taken too long to happen as it is. And besides, him and Oliver would never let Coda have all the fun while she looks like that. I bet you go into heat immediately. I look down at my feet, knowing my face just turned beet red. I don't know why it still embarrasses me to talk about my sex life. At this point, we are all adults and everyone here, but Lil is mated and 2 of my friends are mothers. This is not new territory, but something about my sex life with 3 mates fascinates everyone, and I don't enjoy it when it comes up. At least now she looks like the innocent little Luna she's supposed to be and not the well-versed bedroom goddess she is. Lil prods, sending my embarrassment through the roof. I'm actually surprised you can walk most days. Oh, stop. I cover my face trying to reel in the heat in my cheeks. You act like we do nothing but have sex. I mean, if my mate looks like you or any of your guys, I probably wouldn't leave our room for a month. So, take the compliment. You are hot, they are hot, and so far you have had the luxury of being mated. Early, I might add, with no heat or any of that craziness to deal with. If it was me, they would be tied to the bed, ready to ride. You need to get laid, my friend, Gina pats her shoulder. That would be great, but my brand didn't conveniently disappear, so I could find my mate early, like some of us. So you all will just have to deal a little longer with me living vicariously through you. Is it weird to be able to think about sex and mates and all of that? Be completely aware of it, but not be able to act on it? Sierra asks in research mode now. Yes and no. I mean, I don't have any urges, but I can appreciate a good-looking person when they are in front of me. She looks at me and wiggles her eyebrows. I guess the real question is, are you hoping for a male or female mate? I ask her, liking that the conversation has deviated to her. Can't I have both? Why should you be the only one with multiple mates? It would never be boring. She laughs and then stops as the elevator doors open and she steps out to look around. The coast is clear. Looks like everyone is where they are supposed to be. Do you two want to wrangle your gremlins for their adorably crazy entrance? She looks at Gina and Sierra, who just roll their eyes and laugh, but don't argue as they walk off. Lil is in gamma mode now. She is my right hand, and I couldn't ask for anyone better. We have just a few minutes of silence, and then she turns to look at me. It's time, boss. She winks and I roll my eyes. Epilogue 2. Alpha Luna ceremony. The ceremony was beautiful. I don't think there was a dry eye in the area. Sierra and Ava did a beautiful job with the clearing behind the pack house. It's now a retreat for all of us, with benches and flowers strategically planted amongst the natural growing vegetation. It's a nod to the small garden that Ava had for me here at the original pack house, and the maze that Uncle Reggie would let me get lost in at the Royal Pack House. We love it, the kids love it, and anyone in the pack can come here for a bit of peace. As we all thought, my nephews stole the show, and I am glad to not be the center of attention for a little while. Their cute and wily ways kept most of the attention off of me as I took my place with my mates as the new leaders of the pack. Much to my dramatic friends' dismay, nothing exceptional happened at the Luna ceremony. I don't know what they were expecting, but lightning did not strike. The moon goddess did not visit us, no otherworldly tornadoes to lock us in time, nothing. Actually, I shouldn't say nothing. All of our pack members got to welcome all 4 of us as their new leaders, and we officially accepted the positions. We said a farewell to Lucas and took the titles of alphas of the Blue Crescent Pack as a normal alpha and Luna ceremony would go. It was never in question who the next alphas would be. But like Ava, Brett, Kyle, and my dad pointed out, our members missed a lot of the chaos, and they came back to a pack that was destroyed and without the alpha they knew and loved. This ceremony was a way to bring them back and give them a feeling of control over what was going to happen moving forward, a sense of peace. We decided to relight the forever fire. That was a debate that went on for days. So many were afraid of the magic that was used against us, but in the end, Elena, Gentry, and I won out. Magic is a part of this pack now, whether anyone likes it or not. We will not hide it or shield our members from it. We will educate our members on what it means to have magic among us. For those of us who have been given gifts from both goddesses, we want them to be comfortable in their skin and know they have a place here with any of their gifts. We have even opened up our pack to Gentry's Coven since Adriel decimated the land they were on as well. They love the ocean and have taken well to pack life. My brother finds me off to the side just watching everyone as they mingle around the pool and inside the kitchen. This is what we always wanted, full inclusion, while still maintaining some sense of privacy for those of us who live here. I want everyone to feel welcome and wanted. What are you thinking about so hard over here, Shorty? Nothing really. just enjoying the bit of normal that we finally get to have. Is it strange that I still look over my shoulder expecting something bad coming our way? No, for you, I think it is completely normal. Have you ever had a day when you weren't looking over your shoulder? His brow furrows after he lets the words all out of his mouth. I just shook my head. I actually can't think of a time. No. Is that bad? I look at him, really wanting an answer. I still sometimes think that I am too broken to be in the position that I am. I am a warrior, and I just fought the biggest war of my life. What am I supposed to do now that it's over? Oliver was right. My switch has been turned on to fight mode for so long, I don't even know what it means to be off. No, it's not bad, and you are meant to be here. You were always meant to come home. I am so sorry that what took you away was tortures happening right under our noses. I will never stop being sorry for that. But I can't be sorry for the person you are, the Alpha Luna that changed our world. He nudges me with his shoulder using that stupid title of Sierra's. I just rolled my eyes. So when are you going to tell them? I look at him sharply. What are you talking about? Apparently, there are things you can hide from your mates and friends that your brother can see straight through. You are doing a great job suppressing the aura and scent, but I don't think that will last much longer, especially now that the whole pack will be hounding you. He smiles widely and winks. I stay quiet and look back at the group surrounding the patio and pool behind the pack house. Uncle Reggie has Milo, Silas, and Mac completely enamored with a story about the war his grandfather fought for the throne. He can barely stay in his seat with his wild gestures and exaggerated faces. The fire from the fire pit is adding to his dramatics. To them, he isn't the Alpha King or some celebrity. He's just a grandpa or an uncle who tells great stories, and he is fully in his element. If he is this excited about all the boys that have been born into our ranks, I can only imagine what will happen if Mina, Xander, and Oscar have a girl. She will be the most spoiled, well-trained, full of spice princess they have ever seen. These boys have no idea what had to happen to make the world that they now know, but we will make sure they know all the stories and struggles that shaped their future. All the kids will know. The pack is still young in its rebirth, but we won't let the past die. Our goal is to make sure that none of our offspring make the same mistakes the generations before them did. Are you avoiding the question, little sis, or are you still in denial? He laughs at me. I am not sure what you are talking about. I wink at him and walk toward my mates who are all looking extra handsome with their different levels of dress down from their suits. They all lost their ties almost immediately, and the top buttons on the collars were let loose, showing off the little peekaboo tattoos crawling across their collarbones. It's one of my favorites looks on all three of them, just a hint of danger hidden under controlled class. Dakota offers me a glass of champagne, but I shake my head. I have one more announcement to make, and then I am tired, and I think I'm going to turn in early. Anything you want, baby. This is your day. Oliver pulls me back into his chest, wrapping a protective arm around me. He is always quick to give me my way, especially with small things like bedtime. He saves his fights for the bigger things. I should have told the girls so we could take bets on reactions, but I think this will be more fun. I clear my throat, getting the attention of the people around us. The rest will follow suit soon enough. I want to thank all of you for joining us today. The last year has been a trying one for all of us, and we are on a path to strengthen relationships with old friends. I wink at Uncle Reggie and Xander, which earns me a growl from Cam and laughs from anyone near enough to hear. And establish new friendships and connections. I look at Elena and Gentry and nod. And bring in the next generation to an era of acceptance, hard work, and dedication to the positive growth of our pack. Our future Delta and Beta are proof of that. Yes! We are going to be the best ever! Silas interrupts, not missing a beat, followed by a roar of laughter. Once the noise dies down, I continue. I hope our future alphas have the same enthusiasm as their cousins. Although I think the boys are going to need it to keep up, they are going to have their hands full with 3 alpha females. I finish, smiling, and just let my words sink in as I look around. Who's going to catch on first? Are you f***ing kidding me? Yep, she's my best friend for a reason. 3? You're having 3? Sierra is barreling towards me as everyone else catches on to the announcement. They all begin to cheer and celebrate all over again. My mates haven't moved behind me, and I'm almost afraid to look. She collides with me, wrapping her arms around my neck and shouting nonsense into my ear. She pulls back, placing a hand on either side of my face. How did you not tell me? How did I not know? I mean, you've known for a while in order to know you were having 3. And girls, holy shot! This is so awesome! Who did you tell first? I had to talk to Elena and Gentry. No one else knew until right now. It's actually really scary for me and for the girls, so I needed to be ready. We have a lot to do. I give her a watery smile. This should be a happy moment, but I can't help but be scared. This is how so many women in my bloodline died. It seems so archaic with all the medical advancements we have. But it's the magic part that science can't always overcome. And I am scared, but excited all at the same time, and I know I won't do it alone. She kisses me on the forehead, then steps back. We'll talk more about this tomorrow. She turns to run at Sam, I'm sure crying again. This hormone shot is no joke. Before I can even think about her fast retreat, I am scooped up and carried away. Oliver's honey scent doesn't surprise me as I bury my face in his neck to calm my nerves. We obviously need to talk, and they aren't going to wait until later, and no one will question it after my announcement. The warmth and humidity of our greenhouse hits me like a warm blanket, and I relax immediately. They brought me to my safe space. They know I am afraid to have kids after what happened to my mom. But they want me to spell it out for them. I can feel it. Oliver sits me on the enormous lounge bed we have, and they all stand in front of me, waiting. I'm going to need you to repeat that little declaration with very clear words, Tiny. I just smiled at all of them. I thought I was very clear, Cameron. I am pregnant with triplet girls. You guys are in trouble. I let out a giggle as Dakota dropped to his knees in front of me. Really? He whispers. I grab both his cheeks. Really? I give him a gentle kiss. Then he jumps up and spins around. I'm going to be a dad. We're going to be dads. He stops. I'm going to throw up. He goes pale and sits next to me, then lays in my lap. I giggle again, then look at my 2 serious mates. Are you both okay with this? I'm worried they are more like me and think we are too young for all of this. Baby. Love. They kneel and say together. Sometimes I think Oliver is more Cam's twin than Coda. We are worried about you. Are you okay with this? We didn't even talk about it or plan for it. I don't even really know how it happened. You haven't had your heat yet. Cam doesn't usually ramble. It's how I know he's nervous. Well, our best guess is that I am part witch, and witches don't have a heat, so I may never have one and can get pregnant at any time. It's the only logical explanation. We're not even sure if the triplets are one from each of you or any other combination. Obviously, multiples are a high probability, but... Why does that sound like a challenge? Coda mumbles from my lap. We all laugh, but I slap his shoulder. It's not, and it's not a theory to test either. I look at Oliver. What? I didn't say anything. He strokes my cheek. You were thinking it. I narrowed my eyes at him, daring him to deny it. Well, considering your most scary and potentially life-threatening pregnancy is happening now, I don't see why we couldn't just see how quickly you're able to get pregnant after you have the girls. You know, once you're healed and we know you're safe, the practice would be fun. Ugh, you guys are impossible. You know it's 3 girls? I nod and Cam puffs out his cheeks and blows air out slowly, like he's composing himself. You're right, we're screwed. When you said it outside, my mind literally jumped to Silas, Mac, and Milo and how we all were then and as younger teens. I mean, I am going to string up any guy who even turns to listen to them speak and just stands too close. He scrubs his face with both hands. Dakota sits up abruptly, looking startled. We are homeschooling them. No boys, no outsiders, nothing. They can't leave our sight until their mates walk in and fight all of us for their attention. And they better win, or the goddess better have a plan B. Oh, stop! Do you think for a second any daughter of mine is going to let you lock her up? Have you seen Silas and Mac? Keep in mind they were born to work with and protect our girls. If they are that crazy, ours are going to be worse. And they are all going to look like you, Oliver whispers, leaning his head into my vacated lap. You are going to have to handcuff me to keep me from gouging eyes out. I don't think I am ready for this. The goddess must hate us. We must have done something terrible in a past life to deserve this torture. I giggle again. Well, they are coming. We really don't have a choice. The biggest things we have to worry about right now is my tiny body growing 3 of your big-ass offspring and surviving the birth of our firstborn girl. After that, everything is cake. Epilogue 3. What do we do? What can we do to make this better for you? Cam climbs behind me, resting against the wall of pillows behind us and pulling me back between his legs. Oliver's head drops to the bed unceremoniously. Not okay, man? He half grumbles, half laughs, then crawls towards me to resume his position in my lap. I lean back into Cam's shoulder. I'm not really sure yet. Elena and Gentry have walked me through what a standard birth with multiples would look like. And we have been going to the healers to take small doses of blood, so we have plenty on hand since we know that blood loss is a big factor. They have also been talking to the elder healers in the Alpha Kings pack about the birthing process for us. They actually have a lot of records and information, so I'm pretty confident in that. The biggest unknown is how the magic part works. Will it help the situation or intensify the bad stuff? We just don't know. I think the biggest thing for you guys is to work on your wolves and keep them in check. This is going to be hard, and none of you can interfere if something goes wrong. And the healers need to do their job to save the girls no matter what. I run my fingers through Oliver's hair. And you, Biddy, they are going to have to save you. We can't do this without you. Please don't talk like that. He pulls my hand out of his hair to lace our fingers together. Dakota climbs beside me and takes my other hand. Yeah, sweetness, you need to be around so we can see how long we can keep you barefoot and pregnant. He smiles at me while he traces the lines in my palms. I smile at him. You do know how miserable that sounds to me, right? And yet you didn't say no to the idea. He growls and leans in to kiss me. Did we tell you how beautiful you look today? He whispers against my lips. I think so. Maybe once or twice. I smile and lean in again. Cam kisses my shoulder. So fucking beautiful. I think it's time this dress came off, though. You are way too overdressed for what we have in mind. Oliver rolls over and slides the delicate silk off of one shoulder and then the other, making room for Cameron at my neck and exposing my breasts. I thought these might be getting bigger. He looks up at me through his lashes with a devilish grin. You are perfect, but I'm not going to complain about more of you to share. He attacks one nopple, making me jump back into Cam's arms with a squeal. Oliver. Someone else massages the other. I love when they all come at me like this. I can't tell who's doing what, and it is pure bliss. Can we take you to the water, love? Yes, please. I am hypersensitive everywhere, and I love it. I may not be as opposed to this whole pregnancy thing after all, but I will never say that to them out loud. They think it will keep me here in the pack and not out working and handling pack business or working with Xander and Reggie in the royal pack. They have a rude awakening coming, but I'll wait to explain that when they are done with all of this delicious torture. Dakota! What? Is it time? Should I get the guys? Let's go. He runs into our shared office and scoops me from my chair. Put me down, idiot. I laugh at him, but he doesn't put me on my feet. He sets me gently back in my chair. Trust me, you will know when it's time, but I do need you. I have to pee, and I can't get out of this squishy chair by myself. We both laugh as he picks me up a little more gently this time. I can walk. I'm actually supposed to walk as much as possible. Yeah, but you're actually letting us help you. I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth. He kisses my temple. They have been super sweet and attentive through this whole thing. I blame the 3 very active girls growing in my stomach right now, but my emotions have been all over the place, which is normal according to everyone. But I hate every second of the outbursts. I have cried over a log being wrong in the fire pit, gotten angry because a shirt was the wrong shade of blue. We discovered early that my magic is attached to the emotions I am having, and I torched Oliver's shorts after I couldn't get a jar lid open. I dropped the jar on the counter and clenched my fists, knowing I was being irrational, but not in control, and flames shot out and set his clothes on fire. Thank the goddess he's fast, and they all thought it was hilarious until water started spraying out of every faucet on our floor with my crying when I thought I hurt him. It was ridiculous. My wolf has been in mama mode too. She gives me updates on the girls from her perspective, which is interesting. She can already sense their wolves and says they will be strong. I really want to shift and run again. I think that is what I'm missing most right now. I stop shifting when we hit the 4-month mark, and I am so big that most of my workouts are basically impossible. I mean, walking is okay once I am in an upright position, but even that simple action is tough. I just feel sluggish and slow, and it makes me sad and angry all at the same time. We are in a wait and watch situation too because of the multiples. Ava said she went into labor at 5 months with the boys. Everyone started watching me like a ticking time bomb when we hit the 5-month mark after she made that announcement. Every time I open my mouth to speak, the reaction is basically the same as Dakota's right now. I feel like the boy who cried wolf. No one is going to believe me when I do finally go into labor. Their nerves will all be fried by then. Anything else, my lovely little balloon? You know, I am saving up all the cute little insults for when this is over so I can just kick your ass, right? And yes, I have to actually get off the toilet too. I bet you guys never thought of this part when you were all excited about me being pregnant, did you? Sweetness, I have seen you rip wolves to shreds, blow things up, show up covered in half the forest and 5 different guys' blood, not to mention being intimately aware of your entire body. Is he purring right now? Gross. This is normal, like actually for real, normal. I love all of this. Well, that's great. Help me up, please. He laughs and pulls my hands, then kneels to put my leggings back into place. He looks up at me. You know, we haven't been out to the greenhouse for a few weeks. We could probably sneak out real quick. Epilogue 4. No. Stop that thought right there. Once we start that, I get nothing done the rest of the day. I put my finger up in his face, then move past him to wash my hands, which is another amazing feat since I have to stand sideways. He just laughs behind me. They used to try to hide when they were laughing at my newfound obstacles, but I can't chase or catch them anymore, so it's just open season. Asshole. I mutter. What? It's cute. He walks up and plants a kiss on my forehead and then leans down to kiss my ever-growing belly, which immediately shuts down any irritation I have. We start walking down the hallway back to the offices when my whole body seizes. Kota! I choke out, sinking to my knees. Everything is in slow motion. He runs to me. I hear Oliver yell my name from somewhere behind me. Someone scoops me up, but my vision is blurred. We are moving. Whoever has me is running, but this haze at the edge of my vision is making it hard to focus. People are talking, and I think I am talking back, but it's like being locked in my head. I don't know if I am in control right now. On the table. A female voice says stern, but calm. The closer you are to her, the better she will feel, but I will not hesitate to remove you if you become a danger to anyone in this room, including yourselves. Is that understood, alphas? Damn, I like her. I need her around all the time. Movements. I feel my body being moved and adjusted. First my arms, then my legs. I still can't see through the fog or move on my own. What's happening? I can't see. Is everything okay? My wolf responds. Yes. I pulled you back to lessen the pain. You are aware enough to keep your mates from being annoying, but far enough in your mind that you can withstand the process. Are the girls okay? Why is it so painful? Your magic is trying not to divide. It may be intuitive for you, but it isn't sentient. It doesn't understand that you are producing your children, and with that, they get a piece of your magic. Your magic is resisting being siphoned off. It's a defense. It's fighting back. How do you know that? Why didn't we know that before? Is this why all the women in my family have had trouble with birthing? I didn't know until now. I'm sorry, child. I wish we could have known sooner. I'm not sure why it's something that isn't in the healer's notes. We should look at that when this is over. You are doing so wonderful, though. Look. I shift my focus from my wolf and blink my eyes a few times to get them to focus. There you are, babe. I'm glad you're back. Look what you did. Oliver tilts his arms and I can see he's holding a little pile of blankets. What? My brain is still fuzzy. What happened? Where am I? My voice is scratchy as I look around, still feeling slow and confused. Love, you are so amazing. Cam also has a smile pile of blankets. Take a deep breath, sweetness. What do you smell? I'm confused, but do what he says. I inhale and take in their spicy, comforting scents. The cinnamon, citrus, and honey wash over me, and I feel my mind settling. Then I get it. A new scent hits me. It's floral and light, a clean, vibrant scent. No, wait, scents. 3 distinct scents. Jasmine and rose and juniper, all coming from them. What is that? Who is that? I ask, trying to sit up, but finding my body does not like the motion one bit. Why do I feel like I got hit by a train? I think you'll find giving us 3 pups will wear you out a bit, Oliver says, sitting next to me, gently tilting his pile of blankets. The tiniest, most precious face I have ever seen peeks out. She's barely the size of his forearm, but looks completely at home, snuggled into him. I look at Oliver's face as he studies the tiny girl in his arms. He's already in love. I look at Cam and Coda, and they have the same wistful look. My girls, they're here and I'm here. We're all safe and here. I feel the tears start to fall immediately. Why was this so hard? Why was there no one around for my mom? Hey, love, don't cry. You were amazing. We, on the other hand, were a mess. Your dad, Kyle, Brett, Mateo, Sam, and Xander had to remove us. Alpha Reggie had to eventually submit us in the other room. My hand flew to my mouth. No, why? What happened? It was every shitty thing that we were told to expect, but couldn't handle, Smalls. Coda sat on my other side with his bundle. When you have recovered, he put his hand up. Fully recovered, we will tell you all about it. It's too soon for me to talk about it. My wolf just about tore through the wall over there, and he is not in a hurry to rehash that memory. It's only been a few days. Days? Why is it always days? I hate waking up in the hospital. I grumble and then look up sharply. If I've been out for days, who's been taking care of the girls? Feeding them? We all have. We are not as inept at this whole thing as we thought. The healers have been pumping for you, and the girls eat like their mother, so that's basically all they do when they aren't sleeping. Dakota winks at me. I wish I could lift my foot to kick him, but those muscles are not functioning right now. I look around the room as a distraction. It's kind of a disaster, but also huge. We're in the hospital? I can't help but question. I don't remember this room at all. After the situation with Dad, Cam looks at me seriously, and then talking to Alpha, Reggie, and Gentry about you giving birth, we added this annex so we could all fit comfortably. We needed to be here to help you heal, and Mom said to keep the girls close too. I look around again, but there aren't any cribs for them. There's a changing table that seems to be fully stocked on one wall, with a door that must go to the bathroom, based on the towels I can see hanging. The opposite wall has a long counter with a sink and cabinets above and below. A drying rack full of bottles can be seen. I am sitting in the middle of a standard hospital bed, but next to it is a massive bed that is rumpled and unmade. Do you think we could put them down for more than a few minutes? It's hard just handing them over to Sierra and Gina when they stop by. Dakota laughs at himself. I thought I was possessive over you. This is so much more intense, Biddy. They sleep with us every night. That will be an interesting habit to break once I am all healed up. I laugh as I watch them process. I mean, based on the way I feel right now, it's going to be a little while, but still. Epilogue 5. Yep. On it. Dakota blurts, momentarily disturbing the tiny girl in his arms. He recovers quickly, whispering to her, holding her close to his face and smiling like an idiot. But she loves it, smiling at the sound of his voice, or maybe his familiar scent. I'm not sure what they can sense right now. He doesn't look away from her when he asks, should I get 3 cribs or one big one for them to share? He jumps up, but makes sure not to disturb her again now that she is settled, and starts pacing the room, I'm sure mind-linking someone. I just laugh before I groan at the soreness. What? What is it? Oliver pats me with one hand. They are so natural at this. It's like they have been training for holding babies their whole lives. He continues to rub my leg while he is using the other hand to hold... Wait, I don't know their names. I shake my head from the distracting thoughts. I thought that side effect would go away when I had the girls. I guess not. Nothing, I'm just sore. But what are you calling them? Did you name them? We've been waiting on you, love. I know we talked about it, but nothing was ever decided. Is there anything in that magic little brain of yours telling you what they should be called? They all sit back down, and I get a good look at my girls for the first time. Fat little pink cheeks and button noses. They all have little blonde chick fuzz poking out of the tops of the blankets they are wrapped in. They are all sleeping, so I can't see what their eye color is. Cameron hands me his bundle. She squirms just a bit as she settles into my arms, and he is instantly on edge, ready to snatch her up if she even squeaks. I have to give him a glare before he settles down and takes a breath and leans back. I adjust the blanket around her to get a better look. As soon as her full head is exposed, it's like she knows I want to see her. She looks at me with these wide, piercing green eyes just watching me, and her name hits me as she smiles. Charlene? Charlie. I smile back at her and then nuzzle her sweet face into mine, wanting her baby scent burned into my memory. She's my Jasmine girl. After a few more snuggles, I hand her back to Cam, who starts cooing her name immediately while rocking her. Oliver is next to hand over his gift like she is made of glass. I look her over the same way as Charlie. Her warm golden eyes look like the sunrise, and she smells like sweet roses. Oriana? Ori. I whisper and look at him. He holds my gaze for a brief second, but only has eyes for his little girl. I don't know if his smile has ever been that wide, even for me. He takes her back and starts pacing like Cam, just whispering nonsense and looking way too adorable for their own good. Dakota slides over with his cargo. You really are amazing, Smalls. You know that? I just smile at him and look at our daughter as he places her in my lap. She's moving more than the other two, trying to stretch and get her arms free of the cumbersome blanket, looking a little miffed at being confined. I have a feeling I know what color her eyes are going to be before she looks up at me. Danielle? Danny? I don't even hesitate with my blue-eyed juniper girl. I laugh as she wrinkles her nose at Dakota's kisses. How are you going to tell them apart? He looks up at me. He can't stop smiling. Are we really going to have this conversation again? I roll my eyes, but he looks confused. Yeah. He sounds unsure, like I asked him a trick question. They smell the same, and they are identical? In every way. Trust me, we checked. I laugh, and Danny smiles as she bumps around on my belly. Well, you three are going to have trouble. They are going to give you a run for your money, and I am going to laugh the whole time. Are you serious? They look different to you? Oliver sits down again. And their scents are different, just like Cam and Coda when we were younger, and now that the three of you are identical, I can still tell you apart. What color are their eyes to you? What do they smell like? Does everyone else see what you see? Yeah, they each have a bracelet on their ankle that just says Baby 1, Baby 2, and Baby 3. We knew we needed to keep track of the firstborn. Oliver starts, and they don't have any other obvious markings. Their eyes match our crazy swirling hazel. And they smell like a garden, Dakota laughs. All flowery. It's all been recorded in Alpha Reggie's family book, and Elena started one for us to continue here as well. Cam finished the thought. Ori was first, just so you know. So far they all seem the same. Even Sierra's parents stuck around after Brock was born to help us with all of the tracking. I bet they will want to know what you see and smell just like with us. Just so you know, I think all the girls got some kind of magic. I mean, how do you explain them having everyone wrapped around their little fingers just days after breaking free? Silas, Mac, and Milo stand guard when they are here. Even Brock is calmer the closer he is to them, and he's only a month old. I smile. They are adorable little girls who wouldn't be awed by them. Maybe the same way I was always able to calm all of you. Even Sam reacted to me. I just shrug. We'll understand more as they get older. Did the healer say how long I had to stay in this bed? I look longingly at the massive, pillow-soft bed next to me. She doesn't want us to jostle you just yet. I asked yesterday. We can ask again when she comes to check the girls and all of your vitals now that you are awake. Of course, Oliver did. I just nod and go with it. My energy just seeped out of me all of a sudden. Sleep, love. The girls are due to eat soon, and we have enough stored to leave you alone for a couple days. But I want to feed them too, I whine. I just want to hold my girls, but we won't all fit here in this tiny hospital bed. I can feel tears starting to well up. I want to spend time with them, and I feel guilty for being so tired. I blink as a hand caresses my face. Tell you what, sleep. Give it another day of rest just for you to heal, and I will move you tomorrow no matter what, and you can snuggle them all you want. All right, Biddy? I blink back the tears. Okay, thank you, Oliver. He leans in to kiss me on the lips, and I get a kiss and snuggle with Ori. Cam and Coda follow with Charlie and Danny. They manage to help me get snuggled in myself, and I am out before my head hits the pillow. Epilogue 6. I was kept in the hospital for a full week after I woke up. Sierra's parents took all kinds of samples for testing and actually packed a bunch up from me and the girls to take back to their lab to see if they can find a pattern or a way to help our family in the future. Elena and Gentry made sure that we had all of the best healing herbs and spells, too. Everyone was extra careful with me, and I got it, sort of. I know that no one knows what is going to happen, but according to the legend of our family, having the first female was supposed to be the most traumatic part. No one actually talked about the healing part after, or what happened when it was over. So we are just winging it as usual when it comes to me and my weird abilities. No one has said anything, but I know everyone wants to know if Ori will have gifts or if all 3 girls will. According to our legend, it should just be Ori as the firstborn, but the guys and I have talked about it, and nothing has been according to plan when it comes to me, so we can't rule out that all the girls will carry whatever crazy genetics I have. We also have to assume that any other kids we have will carry the genes too. Any kids we have from now on should be normal pregnancy and birth. I don't think my mates are going to take any chances, though. I can't believe I am already thinking about next time, but I know there will be. If I can get pregnant at any time without a heat, then we are going to end up with a brood. 2 years later. Ah, what are you doing? Don't teach her to do that. What is wrong with you? Ava shouts at Dakota, who has Danny standing on his shoulders ready to dive into the pool. The rest of us are laughing. There is no stopping Danny when she gets an idea in her head. If she wants to try something, she's going to, whether we approve or not. So we have just learned to keep her as safe as we can. Ori is standing on the sides observing. She is all in on this too. She actually came up with the idea to jump from higher and higher surfaces to see how high they could get. But being the thinker of the 3, she made it sound so exciting that her daredevil sister had to try jumping off Daddy's shoulders first. My Charlie girl is coloring at the little table we have by the pool, pretending not to pay attention. She is more quiet than the other 2, but no less daring. She's going to have to be the one we watch the most. She will be sneaky. The 3 of them together spells absolute trouble, and they're only 2. Alphas, you are needed at the border. We have a situation. It wasn't a panicked message, but I could feel the urgency. I look at my mates as we walk in, and I can tell they are mind-linking together. If you even suggest that I stay behind, you will not get laid for a month. Understand? I shoot a look at each of them. It's been 2 years since the girls got here and 3 since the battle with Vincent and Adrielle. I think that they have some form of PTSD now and always think someone is coming for me or the girls. We leave Sierra, Gina, Ava, Elena, and Gwen in charge of the kids, and we all head out to the border. Mateo and Sam weren't going to be left out. They follow behind in a second SUV, and Lil will meet us. She's running a patrol. We pull up to our newly renovated border. The humans don't know why it was adapted, but it is completely for our safety. There is an entry road and an exit road about 5 miles apart, with a dense grove of trees between. It adds to the ambience of the preserve we live on, and has actually attracted more tourists, which is good for us. The money has helped many of our families get back on their feet after the battle, and with our pack members running almost all of the stores, shops, and hotels, we can keep an eye on everything. Several of our warriors actually do guided hiking tours. This keeps the humans happy and our wolves safe to roam. A young warrior named Liam is standing over someone on their knees. He's too big for me to see past, but I can tell it's a guy. I take a deep breath and freeze. There's no way. What is it, Biddy? Oliver has his arm around my waist, immediately feeling my hesitation. The pound of his heart keeps me focused. Cam walks up to Liam. What's going on? He stands next to the warrior looking down on whoever they have in custody, looking like the intimidating alpha he is. He, Dakota, and Oliver have actually put on more weight since I had the girls, and it's not in a dad bod kind of way. They started training more, training the warriors more, and working with the pups more. They have taken this protective dad thing to a whole other level. I have to shake my head. I can't let my libido distract me. I can feel Oliver chuckle behind me. He knows what just ran through my mind. This guy says he has business with the boss, but he won't say what. He hasn't said anything since he asked to talk to Alpha Sky. Cam looks over his shoulder at me. This is his biggest fear. Someone coming to attack me or the girls. He's actually woken us all up with his nightmares. It's okay. I tap Oliver's arm around my waist. Cam needs me right now. I need to be in contact with him so he'll let me see who this is. I think I know, but I have to see it with my eyes to be sure. I grab Cam's hand and place myself in front of him. He wraps his other arm around me and pulls me back to his chest. Figures you find a way to bypass being a Luna and become an alpha, Robbie laughs. He is scruffy and filthy. The last couple years have not been good to him. He looks emaciated and worn out. I'm here, Robbie. What do you want? I have to stay neutral. I haven't seen him since he brought Elena to us. I assumed he died in the fight with the rest of the rogues. Cam squeezes my hand when I say Robbie's name. He wasn't prepared for me to know him, let alone be familiar enough to have a casual conversation. I don't know if he recognizes the name from when we rescued Elena or not. Actually, Alpha, are you really an alpha? I roll my eyes and nod. I tilt my head to let him know to get on with his story. His small attempt at bravado slips. I was actually wondering if you had a place in your pack for me. I know you took in a bunch of people from Vincent's uprising, and I tried to stay away and live on my own, but, well, you can see that isn't going so well for me. Epilogue 7. You couldn't just ask one of our warriors for a meeting. You had to interrupt our family and demand we see you here. Oliver comes up next to me. Seriously? There's no way any of you would have seen me, and you never would have let her talk to me. If she was my mate, I wouldn't let anyone talk to her either. All of my guys growl. This is not going to end well for him if he doesn't get it together. I would have been given food and a bed for the night, and then sent on my way with Undaden. Our alphas wish you the best of luck, but we are full. Clearly, he's heard this line before. So I played the only card I had, and I'm hoping for Sky's good nature to come through for me, since we have a pretty close history. Probably not the best way for him to phrase that. All three of my mates growl again. Mateo and Sam step forward. How do we know we can trust you? You work directly for Vincent. Dakota grumbles from our other side. Are you kidding? I worked for his dumbass son. I saved her, and she saved me. She's the only person I wouldn't lie to. He closes his eyes. That came out wrong, but not really. We are even, but that kind of experience leaves a mark. I saw how she cared for and treated others, and I know she could beat the shit out of me if I stepped out of line. Not to mention that she is such a beast that the moon goddess had to give her, 3 mates? Yeah, I did what I had to do to survive, but she's one person I can't go against, never could. I actually think she has some kind of magic that prevents it or makes me do the right thing or some shit like that. It's kind of creepy, really, Sky. He doesn't know about that part of me, but looks at me right in the eyes and I can see his desperation. He needs to belong. A place to call home, like so many other people Vincent almost destroyed. Cam growls when he doesn't look away from me, though. I know my guys don't know all the history, but even I can see how the longing in his eyes might look. It's not me he wants, it's what I have the power to give him. Eyes off our mate, or you won't keep them. Oliver's deep voice rumbles next to me. Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. He looks anywhere but at me, which also seems stupid. It's just been a while and you look different, but exactly the same. It's strange. I think that was a compliment. What would make us want to consider you as a part of our pack? How are you going to prove loyalty? Dakota huffs. I helped Sky get away, and I brought Elena to you. I know that I made choices and I have to live with them, but it was all in survival. We had to survive. That was the only thing to do at the time. Like I said, Sky is Mag, and for some reason I couldn't harm her or do anything against her. I couldn't let anyone else harm her either. He looks right at me, and I know exactly what he is talking about. He managed to keep Michael and the other guards away from me, but not Gina. I am a decent fighter, but I will take any place you give me. I can't be a rogue anymore. You can't just protect me, you know that, right? As a pack, we protect each other as a whole. Are you prepared to do what it takes to take care of this pack? I won't bring Gina up. My brother would destroy him. That story needs to come from her, and he will still have to fight Mateo. Whatever you need me to do. I'm ready to come home, no matter what it takes. That was all I needed to hear. He called us home, something he hasn't had in almost a decade. I nod my head. Liam, give him a bunk in the Warriors' dorms. He will be on probation for the next 90 days. I look at Sam. He needs to train with you on how our warriors support our pack, and he needs to be supervised 24/7 during his probation. Place him on patrol rotation with his supervisors. I look at Robbie. You are here now. Our pack is not just important, but sacred, precious. Do not come in lightly. Come in ready to work for your place. If you don't, you won't leave us alive. If you do the work and prove your loyalty, we will induct you in. I can see him visibly swallow, but he nods. I can't take any chances now. We have pups, mine, my brother's, Sierra's. I won't risk them for someone who could be flaky if they think power is somewhere else. I nod to Liam and turn out of Cam's arms to head toward the truck. You're just going to let him in, just like that? Dakota hisses at me as he climbs in behind me. When I was pregnant, I was too big to sit in the center seat, and we have just maintained this arrangement. It's nice actually having a seat. Yes, like he said, there are situations that can't be explained that lead you to trust someone, even if no one else understands. He is on probation. He knows what's at stake. I know what he wants and have the power to take it from him. What situation, babe? I need to talk to Gina first. It's not just me. Oh, fuck no. He was a part of all of that? You guys forget, or my guess is, compartmentalize things too easily. But yes, I need to talk to her. She needs to know he's here, and I need to know how she feels about that now. If she says she doesn't want him here, I will call Xander. Robbie deserves a place to call home, but I won't dredge up memories after this long if I don't have to. She is more important, and Robbie knows that. Epilogue 8. 5 years later, there's no way you're going to make that happen. Silas is challenging Mac to a timed speed race. What's going on here? Cam slides up behind me, wrapping me in his arms. The boys just heard about the challenges we used to do, and that I beat all of you guys at one time or another. They came up with their own course. This should be interesting. They're 8. When we were 8, we were still just goofing off. I think Kyle spent more time telling us to listen than actually training us. He laughs. What do the girls have to say about this? He looks over to our very not innocent-looking daughters. I giggle. Who do you think told them about the challenges and designed the race? What did the boys do to earn their well-hidden wrath? They all got caught sneaking back in this morning. Wait, what? How did I not hear about this? I grab his forearms as he squeezes me. Don't worry. They didn't go far, and we had tabs on them the whole time. I really wanted them to think they got away with it, but they made the mistake of being cocky and coming in through the back door. Lenny was getting started on breakfast, and they were all covered in dirt. There really wasn't anything they could say, and they're too little to think on their feet. But the boys all threw the girls under the bus to try and save their own hides. They're 7 and 8. We didn't think about sneaking out that little, what the hell? I don't think we snuck out until we were at least 10, maybe 12. I was 6. Damn, really? Yeah, I was hungry, and I had been in my room for the whole weekend. I don't even remember why now, but that was when I learned how to get out and in my window undetected. Not all of us had as much freedom as you boys did. You probably would have started sooner if you were feeling restricted. The girls get like this when we are apart, testing boundaries and acting out. Dakota and Oliver have been gone for 2 weeks, and that is just as hard on the girls as it is on us. They have started including the rest of the kids in their antics. We watch a little longer as the kids set up and decide on rules to make everything fair. Mac and Silas take competitions very seriously, and the girls indulge the theatrics. I don't think the boys even understand that they are about to be played. The course the girls set up has traps, and I predict all of them will be in the hospital by the end of the day. The healers have been warned. Speaking of your mates being gone, they should be back this evening. Do you need to stay and supervise, or can I monopolize your time just a bit longer? You three are insatiable. I laugh at his low growl in my ear. That is your fault, and I am going to have to go back to sharing you very soon. I actually don't hate the idea, but I still want as much time as I can get. We should talk Mom into taking the girls tonight, and we can spend some time in the greenhouse, just the four of us. You know, Dakota is going to be a baby since he has gone on the last 2 trips. I side-eye him. I would love to go and work with Reggie if the 3 of you are over it. I'm sure Robbie would gladly be my detail. Not a chance. I'm still not convinced Robbie has good intentions. And the last time you left us with the girls, I thought the whole pack was going to go up in flames. Stop, it wasn't that bad, and they were 4. He scoops me up and starts walking off. The kids pay us no attention whatsoever. My girls are out for blood after being blamed. The warriors won't let it get too far, but I told them a few years ago to step in as little as possible. These kids need to learn quickly from their actions, and any kids of mine are going to learn the hard way, unfortunately. Where is my sweetness? I am in need of attention and loving after all of that. Dakota comes into the greenhouse dramatically, Oliver following behind in his usual quiet manner. I jump up from the lounge and let Coda sweep me into a hug and deep kiss. I've missed you too. I giggle into his shoulder. I was telling Cam earlier that I would gladly go in your place if you guys are tired of traveling. No, all 3 of them say loudly, and we all laugh. That was almost as bad as the first time you made us do back-to-back training with you. I legitimately thought we were going to die. I didn't sleep the whole time you were gone. Danny wouldn't stay in her bed. That was when we figured out she could climb the furniture. Silently. Charlie refused to eat. I thought Cam was going to blow a gasket worrying about her. Ori decided to hide all of their clothes except their suits when we wouldn't let them swim. Mom was no help. The screaming tantrums made me feel like the worst daddy on the planet, and they were making us feel bad on purpose. I know it. And that was just what happened during bedtime. You can't leave us here with them. You won't have any mates or kids when you get back. I tap his cheeks with my hands. Don't be so dramatic. I already told Cam they were 4. You guys are all older and wiser now. So are they, Dakota whines. I walk over to Oliver, who is patiently waiting his turn to greet me. He wraps me up in a hug and stands, so I have to wrap my legs around his waist. He buries his nose in my neck and takes a deep breath, once, twice, then grips me tighter and takes one more deep breath before looking me in the eyes. His smile tells me he knows. We said you probably wouldn't be able to leave the pack much. Clearly we weren't kidding. He growls low, but Cam and Coda hear and stop talking to listen. Wait a minute. Dakota sounds offended. How long have you known this time? It's hard to get all of us together at the same time right now with all the training we are doing at the Royal Pack. So yes, are you guys ready for round 2? Their shocked looks tell me everything I need to know, and I wish I thought to get a video of their reactions. What do you mean round 2? Exactly, Cam whispers. I need very small words in short sentences. I laugh. We are having 3 boys. You guys don't mess around. We haven't really talked about growing our family, but obviously haven't done anything to prevent the growth either. The moon goddess decided to bless me with a break, after everything, and knowing our girls were going to be a handful. When they all come out of their shock, they surround me, overjoyed. They are going to be so much worse, aren't they? Cam asks. Worse? No, a part of the problem, absolutely. We will officially be outnumbered. I have Sam and Mateo watching her. They seem to be like me and see both sides of whatever this is. Oh, speaking of which, he takes the backpack he was wearing off and hands me 2 gallon-sized zip-top bags with clothes in them. What are these? I'm actually afraid of the answer to this question. I know you are having nightmares, so don't lie. He holds up his hand to stop my protest. I assume Gina is too, so I brought one of Mateo's shirts for her since that seemed to help, and I brought you one of Cam and Coda's shirts. And just so we're on the same page, I will be taking one of yours and one of Gina's to hide in their rooms. Actually, I will need 2 of yours. Cam and Coda have gone back to being in separate rooms. His look is so pained. They don't sleep apart, though. They never have, I whisper. They did once, remember? He looks me dead in the eyes. The last time you left, they slept in separate rooms for almost a year. If I had to guess based on all the crazy-ass timelines. It was right after the time you had been captured until you came back to us. They have also taken to dressing alike. Do you remember their social experiment? Yeah. I smile and laugh at the ridiculous memory. That feels like forever ago. They were trying to prove that it was some kind of great phenomenon that I could tell them apart. Well, apparently it helps keep the crazies at bay, and even their parents can't tell them apart. And they won't confirm who is who. They only speak out loud when they have to. They mind-link everything, and their wolves seem to be a part of all the conversations, which change their voices. They don't trust, and for good reason. They have everyone at arm's length. Something deep in them knows something is wrong. I can see it in their faces, but they are stuck and can't fix it alone. Since I have been spending time with you, I have started to see their differences, and I think seeing them as individuals without assistance helps them focus. But it's a huge battle. Sam and Mateo aren't much better. Mateo has become more angry. He just radiates hostility. That is keeping people away from him. Sam just talks less and doesn't smile at all. Although Sam might just be sad about Sierra not being here and doesn't give a shot about anything. What? Where did she go? Don't know. She left a note saying she had something to work on, and she had to leave in the middle of the night because of the lockdown. No one has heard from her since, and I think he might be losing his mind a little over it. I think he's nervous because she turned 18, and we all know that he thinks they are mates. Wow, but she bailed before his birthday. I think he's afraid he lost her. Oh shit, that would probably mess me up too. We all know he loves her, and it was just a matter of them waiting until they were 18 to confirm their feelings. I'll ask Osiston. I was able to connect with him. I have been sending her texts every day and they show up read, but she never answers. Same with Mina. Everyone is working on this Rogue King thing, so they aren't worried about our trivial problems here. What's happening here isn't trivial, trust me. This is big, but still really fractured. Nothing makes sense yet. Oh, there you are. Everyone is wondering where you snuck off to. Oliver and I both jump at Lenny's words. Better walk home with me then. You don't want them smelling her on you now. They are already not stable. What is going on? Who isn't stable? Your twins are having a rough time fighting the control. They are, however, doing better than the alpha, but their possessiveness is at an all-time high. What control? Lenny, what's going on? I thought you would have figured it out by now. All 3 of them are being controlled. What? My guess is they ingested something along with a spell. I bet the boys only got a half dose each, which is why they seem to be mostly conscious but still addled. What? Who would do that? I thought you were smart, girl. Who do you think? It worked for her daddy to gain the control he doesn't deserve. Why wouldn't she use it to gain the alphas she doesn't deserve? Now, we need to go and take a very specific route that will help us wear off your scent. Speaking of scent, I need those shirts. I want to know if your scent will bring them back to normal. Please. Fine. Give me a minute. At this point, I'm willing to try anything. I take the shirts inside and switch them out for Gina's and mine. I seal the bags so they don't smell me on him. Lenny made it sound like that would be a really bad thing. I walk back outside and hand the shirts to Lenny. If they do find them, they won't do anything to Lenny but question her. If they are as deranged as you both are making them sound, they might hurt you. I tell a confused Oliver. Then he just nods. Can you stop by tomorrow? I have my next assignment from Elena, and today was the first time I have been able to do magic since we moved out. I think I need you. I look back at the little fire I made. What you need, what we all need, is to be together. This break in our friendship is going to get us all killed if we don't fix it fast. I nod and move to hug him, but stop. I can't risk putting my scent on him and just shake my head and take a deep breath. I will be back tomorrow, probably in the evening if I can sneak away. I'll see you in passing, on patrols in the morning. He winks, and I smile. He and Lenny walk around the backyard and toward the pack house. It will be a 30-minute walk from here, but I think that's one of the reasons she does it, so our sense can be dulled by the breeze. She also doesn't come in or make contact when she can help it. I head inside to tell my team what Lenny and Oliver think about the whole situation. Well, now that we have some information, I guess their behavior makes a little more sense. Lil shrugs as we dig into dinner. It doesn't make them any less duckish. The alpha said he had his reasons, but you were on the right track. What did that mean? Wyatt asks. We have had the same debate every night during dinner since we've moved in here. So much of that whole situation doesn't make sense. There are just too many things going on right now. We can't figure them all out on our own, Gina says. And yet, we have to figure out which ones are more important, and some solutions may lead to others. I rub my temples, slowly losing my appetite the more we talk. Well, you and I can work the magic angle a little more, since Lenny is convinced and all but confirmed the Cunninghams have the alpha under some kind of control, and more than likely the twins now too. How do we do that if we can't get near them? We didn't notice anything before, and we were all basically on top of each other in the pack house. That's the thing. I think we were too close to everything, and none of us ever thought about anyone using magic here, so it wasn't something we were looking for. Typically speaking, wolves don't have or use magic. You are the first shifter I have ever seen that can manipulate magic like a witch. Now that we know we need to look for magic, we can approach it differently. I nod in agreement. I will try to get a message to Osistan to get Elena here sooner rather than later. Something is wrong with our ability to mind-link warriors outside the pack. I thought she was supposed to be here putting a spell around the pack with her coven, but I haven't heard anything, and it's been like 4 months. My first thought is magic. I can't imagine the rogues have stopped their efforts after that small attack was a disaster for them. My guess is that attack was a test to see our defenses and how we respond to a basic attack. No idea what they learned, but I do know a few guys got away. Wyatt mumbles over his food. That isn't good for us, other than we took out quite a few. But they were probably the weakest rogues and could spare them. Well, Oliver said he will come by tomorrow and help too. He's just as natural with magic as I am, really. He seems to understand how it works, almost like it has its own personality, like it can think and feel and respond to my thoughts and feelings. He's probably right. My training was mostly in the physical, herbs and tonics for health and healing. I never did any casting with my aunt. So tomorrow, we join in the patrol and training as normal. Let's see if we can get Sam or Mateo to talk to us too. The more allies we have, the better if we have to go after our own leaders, as well as the Rogue King and his goons on the outside. Let's take a look in the book Elena gave you and see if there is a basic protection spell we can find to protect us and maybe the rest of your guys from whatever Kaylee and her dad are using. It will be hard because we don't know what we are fighting, but maybe we can give them a small portion of their brains back. I nod in agreement. I feel so useless right now, and all of the information we keep finding is just that. Information. There isn't anything that we can use to take action, so maybe this will be a catalyst. We finish and clean up. Wyatt and Nathaniel take their post in the living room, which has become our makeshift surveillance headquarters. With all of the talk and blatant reveal of cameras all over the pack house, none of them have been taken down. Just another sign that they are under some kind of control. But whatever it is, whoever holds the reins doesn't seem to have access to their memory or the information they hold. 'Cause if it was me, that would have been the first thing I took over, knowing that we have cameras all over the school and pack house and the pack borders. We now take shifts, monitoring the pack house, the school, and the perimeter. There are only 5 of us, and we are exhausted. But this is the requirement of the mission. We can sleep properly later. If we can gain back some of my friends and hopefully their parents, things will get better. So that's my focus now. Gina, Lil and I pore over the grimoire. It's like a diary, filled with notes about the moon at that moment, and the best place to find certain plants at specific times of the year. Then there are notes scribbled into the margins all around the spells and incantations. So many different hands have touched and contributed to this book. I feel special just being allowed to read it. It's not lost on me that my friends can now read it too. When it first came to me, only I could see the words. I'm not sure what's changed, but I love it. There! Gina shouts as she points to the topmost inner corner of a page. There is tiny purple writing. To counter an attack, start with the most simple solution. Cut the cord, she reads out loud. What in the hell does that mean? Lil asks. We are looking for a spell to use against whatever Kevin and Kaylee are doing, but what if we can find something to just block whatever it is? Something simple to cut the cord of control, instead of wasting Sky's energy constantly casting a spell to protect everyone. Huh, I like where this is going. Elaborate for those of us in the room who don't actively practice the witchcraft. Lil points to herself and I smile. They aren't casters, so they have to be getting, most likely herbs or a tonic from somewhere, meaning they have to go get it and they have to continually give it to them. Like for us when Mike had us locked up, we were fed herbs every single day. The spell isn't as strong as when a caster places it directly themselves. No witch is going to tell people that part if people are willing to pay good money for a spell, especially if they are going to get paid over and over and over again. Okay, so how do we cut the cord, as you say? We need to find something that they can wear, like a stone or an amulet that can block the effects and protect them from further spells. Like Sky is able to fight most spells and poisons. She is literal living proof of that. We might be able to give the guys the same kind of protection. My heart lifts. For the first time in a very long time, I have a purpose and a mission where I get to save my friends and not the other way around. So many terrible things have happened, and I don't know how we will get past those. But I do know I don't want any of them to die or be harmed, no matter how awful they have been to me. I just can't bring myself to hate them. We search for the rest of the night, this time combining the information in the grimoire for protections and a good old-fashioned, highly encrypted internet search. We were able to find stones and runes that should help us in our efforts, and I have an idea of how to make them wearable, but the problem was getting them to my guys, and then getting them to wear them constantly. And we also need to get access to the stones we found. We decided to ask Lenny when she came in the morning if she had any ideas. Her and Oliver are our only true allies right now. Lil went to relieve Wyatt and Nathaniel so they could get some sleep around 4, and Gina and I went to run our patrol route. We'll sleep after training. Oliver was pleasant this morning, despite Coda looking like he wanted to murder someone. I also found that I could mind-link Oliver. He just couldn't respond through the link. Apparently the alpha command was literally, "They can't talk to me." That has to be Kaylee, but she didn't think that through very well. But everything she does borderlines on childish. My link is stronger than the pack's due to the warrior brand, so I can communicate with him from a pretty far distance. And even though it's weird to basically have a conversation with myself, I am able to keep him up to speed with what we find. I also reached out to Delta Kyle, Sam, and my brother, but I haven't seen them to know if they got the message or not. I'm not ready to reach out to the twins or Luna Ava. I don't know if Kaylee's hooks are deep enough that they would tell her I have access to their minds or not. As we head over to the training grounds, Lil meets up with us to relieve Gina. Lil and I head to the training grounds and see Sam and Delta Kyle waiting at the gates, and my whole heart seizes. It's like deja vu from years ago when Delta Kyle was one of 2 people who saw me, really saw me, and the things I was fighting through. I could feel the warmth pool behind my eyes as we walked closer to them. They both look around assessing the surroundings, but I don't care. At this point, I'm ready to rip out each fingernail and stand of hair individually for what Kaylee has done to me and my friends. I walk straight to them and let Sam wrap me up. No words, just emotions are shared. The moment doesn't last long, though, and we head into training like nothing has changed and they haven't been MIA for weeks. Delta Kyle lets me lead, though, with the elite warriors, just jumping in to assist where needed. It is strange to think so many things are going on behind the scenes, and most of these people have no idea anything out of the ordinary is going on. I mean, they obviously know about the rogues and the most recent attack, But we are werewolves, and someone is always attacking someone else for better land, more power, whatever. That was made clear to me at the Alpha Summit I went to with Alpha Reggie. But they don't know that their Alpha is being mind-controlled by one of their own pack members, or that their future Alphas haven't been around because fighting the mind control is basically making them crazy. They are all getting stronger and more confident in their abilities every day. And that is a bright spot in all of this. I can at least know that I am still being a positive influence on the pack. We were able to finally move all of the pups out to the royal pack for safety. At least Kevin and Kaylee didn't get in the way of that. But maybe after the incident in the tunnel, Kaylee realized that even the pups were seen as more important than her, and she didn't mind the removal of that distraction. As we all start to pack our gear and head out, Sam slips something in my hand as he passes by, not looking at me. Someone must be watching. This is so stupid. I bend down like I am digging through my bag so I can read it. Bonfire, midnight, just you. What the fuck does that mean? Just you, like anyone is going to let you go anywhere alone right now. I don't know, but they can't mind-link me to tell me, and clearly this was written so it didn't matter if it got lost or found. This could be for anyone. Yeah, but you still aren't going alone, that's for damn sure. We'll talk about it at the house, we are clear here. When we get back to the house, Lenny is waiting there by the cute little picket fence that lines the sidewalk. I have your food and a few little extra goodies. I was able to talk with Gina a little bit and catch up. I miss having you girls in the pack house. There is so much testosterone overwhelming the Luna and I. You girls softened everyone up a bit. Wait, Kaylee didn't move herself into Sky's room? Lil sounds surprised. Not everything is going that girl's way. Now, Martha will be by with dinner for you tonight. The Alpha is having guests, and I really need to be there to help with that. She winks at us and just walks away. I hate all of this talking in code. Is this what it's like to be human and have to share secrets with no mind link? This blows. Lil huffs as I laugh at her comparison. I hand her my bag and pick up the obnoxiously large basket. I think if I folded myself right, I would be able to fit my whole body in it. We make our way inside. Another basket. Lenny already left our food. What is that? Gina asks as we head to the kitchen. No idea, but it weighs a ton. I set it down on the floor. There is no way I am lifting it onto the table. I open the top and gasp. It's filled to the brim with books, ingredients, candles. It's like an old-world apothecary. There's a note on top. Gina points from over my shoulder. What's it say? Lil asks, and I don't know why, but a sense of dread comes over me. My little apprentice. It has been too long, but developments have come our way that I cannot ignore. Please forgive me. I have been made aware of your current situation. Please follow the instructions marked to protect yourself and your team from any further magics that are cast at you. I will be in touch soon. Do not give up hope. There is light coming for you through this darkness. Elena. I pull the deep emerald green book out. This one is small like a notebook you would keep in a purse, but filled with spells and notes. I flip to the page marked with a sprig of holly and a fern leaf. The instructions are simple enough to follow. There are several ingredients that we must bundle together and place outside around the perimeter of our house, and then a few things for the doors and windows. There are also instructions for woven bracelets for my team, and I think I know how to break my boys from their prison. We spend the rest of our evening setting up all of the pieces for the protection spell. I was hoping that Oliver would be here to help me, but Gina is more than adequate at helping me perform the incantation part of the protection spell. I light the fire in the fire pit in the backyard like I do it all the time. I think Oliver was able to unlock whatever block I had with my magic when he stopped by yesterday. It doesn't take long for me to say the few lines of protection spell and feel the literal change in the breeze around the house. The cool night air warmed just a few degrees, but enough to be noticed. Then Gina and I set about making the woven bracelets. We tied red strings around the smallest herb leaves I have ever seen. The process was intricate since we had to knot the strings in very specific locations around the herbs. Then we made it more so when we made bracelets for the guys by weaving in a piece of the bracelet they gave me for my 15th birthday, and by adding a small chunk of a green malachite stone and obsidian stone, both with hand-carved runes for protection. It took hours. Even Martha was able to drop dinner by, and Wyatt and Nathaniel had been here to eat, and then left again to run patrols, and we didn't even look up. It was well after 11 when we finished, but I had to finish. We need to get these on before anything else happens. I give Gina hers, and we both repeat the incantation that goes with it. She does the same with mine. Then we find Lil, who all but laughs while she repeats the incantation. Apparently the spell tickles. We decide that Lil should follow me, and Gina should wait for Wyatt and Nathaniel to set them up with their bracelets. We start walking, taking the route that Lenny suggests to get to the forest behind the pack house. It's been almost a month since we had our last bonfire here. Time seems to just be flying right now, and yet I wish it could go just a little bit faster so we could get to the light that Elena was talking about. Once I get to the clearing, a familiar tattooed hulking form stands waiting. "Oliver!" I whisper, shout, and run to him. I don't even care if anyone can smell me on him. I need the contact, need the tight bear hug embrace that only he can give. He just holds me, then gives me a kiss on his spot on my temple, then lets me go. He gestures with his hand over our heads. "Do the umbrella," is all he says, and I start but pause. "Lil, step into the clearing. I'm putting the umbrella up and I don't want you locked out." I'm pretty sure the direction was to come alone. He looks at me with a cocked eyebrow. "If you were Lil, would you have let me walk from our house out into the woods with those cryptic instructions alone?" I returned his look. "Fair enough. Did you get everything? That big-ass basket was from you?" Lil asks, patrolling the edge of the clearing. "Not all from me, but there seems to be a lot of underground things happening to make sure you can do what you need to do to save this pack from itself." "Yes, we got everything, and I have something for you and the rest of the guys, really. It will just be a matter of invoking the spell that goes with them. But I think you are close enough with the magic that you could make it happen." I pull out the bracelet that has a single orange thread woven into the red knots. I place it on his wrist and, holding his hand, say the incantation, and he repeats. Then I feel a whoosh of air that throws my long hair in every direction. Then a searing pain rips up my arm, and he must feel it too as he cries out, but neither of us can let go. Then underneath the red woven bracelet on my skin, I see a chain of black crescent moons circling my wrist. They are just the outline of a crescent and only a few millimeters in height, but there is no mistake that I now have a tattoo around my wrist. Looking at Oliver's hand, where we are still connected, he has the same ring around his wrist. "What the hell was that, Biddy?" He doesn't let go, just looks surprised. "No idea. It didn't do that when I did the exact same incantation for Lil and Gina. So maybe I can't work this magic with the guys. This," he holds up his arm, "needs to come from you. I know I can get Sam, but what about the rest of them? Coda looked like he wanted to kill me yesterday. This morning, whatever. He was not happy. I might know why. I think he might have been mad at me because I can still talk to you." "What?" both Lil and I say together. "I told you, and after talking with Lenny, I'm convinced she has some kind of order on not talking to you at all. But if you were able to talk to Sam today, and we can obviously talk, it might be on only the twins or the twins and your brother, but I don't know why they would include him. For majority rule." Lil pipes up from the edge, not looking at us. Having only the twin under her control still gives Midge majority rule, and our resident princess can't have that, so she would pick the person she thinks is the closest to her to cause more damage. "Well, she chose wrong then." I blurt, then slap my hand over my mouth. "I mean, if anyone really watches us, I'm more likely to be seen with Oliver than Mateo." I try to backtrack like I'm doing my brother a disservice. "It's okay, we know what you mean, and no one ever said she was smart or observant if it doesn't directly affect what she wants at the moment. Her stupidity will be what sets us all free, hopefully. But we have to figure out how to get you enough time to get the bracelet on and do the incantation with the rest of them. Let me think about it, and I will have some ideas in the morning." He pulls me in for another hug and I soak up the embrace. "Won't they smell Midge on you? That will give this whole thing away, won't it?" Lil asks. The twins will no matter what I do. They are coming into all of their fully heightened senses, and frankly, I don't give a shot. They deserve the torture just a little. As for everyone else, he steps away from me and rips his t-shirt off and throws it at Lil. That should be enough to hide her scent. Most of it's on the shirt anyway. Damn, you and your tattoos. You make me almost want to test drive a guy just for fun. Oliver and I both laugh at her outburst. I'm keeping this, by the way, for research purposes. She waves his shirt as I let the umbrella down. Tomorrow, Biddy. I look over my shoulder shocked, and he just winks at me and walks up the path to the pack house. Tomorrow. I sniffle, and I can feel my wolf purr at having this connection back. So what happened there, right at the end? Something happened. Lil finally speaks as the house comes into view. I'm getting my guys back. I take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Something about the bracelet and the tattoo that showed up allowed Oliver to talk to me. I don't know if that is a me and him thing or if it is part of the magic in the protection spell, but I can hear him again. We head in and try to get some sleep before patrols and training tomorrow. I skipped my nap time to make all of the bracelets, but if that is the result, it is totally worth every ounce of pain. I am actually groggy when Wyatt wakes me up. What time is it? I ask, sounding like I swallowed a mouthful of cotton balls. Time to get up, princess. Your patrol shift awaits, and Lenny said to make sure you eat a full meal. Apparently you are looking too skinny. He air quotes at me. If I had been under as much stress as you, I would have died by now. You are actually looking more zombie than death, so I think you're good for a bit. He laughs, running out the door as I throw a pillow at him. I get up and carefully take off Cam and Coda's shirts. Oliver was right, and the scents have been helping us both. I need to ask him for new ones today. They are starting to fade. I showered quickly and went down to see Lenny and Sam in my kitchen. I jumped into his arms with no words. I know I did the same thing yesterday, but it still feels like years. All right, little bit. Magic me. I want my fancy bracelet and club tattoo. I smile at his childish antics, then dig in my pocket. I almost always wear a piece of the combat gear the guys got me for my birthday, but since my talk with Oliver and getting back to practicing magic, I have started wearing it all. I just feel like I need to have all of my weapons on me at all times. I have also started carrying herbs and things for healing minor injuries, considering how many times I have been stabbed and poisoned in the last couple years. I pull out the red woven bracelet. It has his piece of red thread from the bracelet he gave me, and the 2 stones with runes drawn into them. I slide it onto his wrist and then say the incantation, and he repeats it back to me. Another whoosh of warm air surrounds us, and the now familiar pain of the tattoo marking my arm singes. Sam cries out, "Oh shit! Little bit! What the f was that?" When I look down, he has a ring of quarter moons going around his wrist. On my arm, 2 rings of quarter moons sit just inside the bands that mark Oliver's tie to me. I guess you belong to me now, too. I shrug. Not actually sure, and something that is on my list to talk to Elena about when she finally can get here, but I do know that I can mind link you now, no matter what the alpha command is. Yes! Stick it to that butch! He jumps around like he won the lottery. But you really do need to eat, and we really do need to go, because we have to figure out how we are going to ambush your brother, and that is going to take some planning. Like with the twins, your rotation doesn't even overlap with his a tiny bit. With that, Gina shoves a plate in my hand, and I smash my food as quickly as possible. Then the 3 of us head out, and Lil finishes her shift at the computers. When Sam, Gina, and I walk up to the patrol house to check in, Oliver and Coda are there waiting as well. Sam, being the shit-starter that he is, leans in and gives me a kiss on the temple in his spot, then laughs and starts to run off. He turns around to jog backwards. "I'll see you at training, little bit." Then winks and runs off laughing louder. I just smile until I make eye contact with Coda. His scowl could freeze a volcano. "What, Dakota? Not everyone here thinks I am a traitor." I shove past him with my shoulder to check in and make sure our route hasn't changed. "Let's go, Gina." "Bye, Oliver." I don't even give Coda a final glance. That was harsh, Biddy. Bullshit. He deserves it just as much as Cam. They didn't back me when they were forced to make a decision. That has always been our holdup. They both, Well, and Alpha Lucas too. They all try to stay neutral. But in the end, not choosing caused more problems. Problems the rest of us are stuck fixing. I know, but it doesn't make it suck any less to watch. Then don't watch. They deserve everything I have to throw at them. You got it, boss. Not you too. What else should I say? Yes, Luna? Have a good patrol, Biddy. He laughs as I feel the connection weaken with the distance, but never totally go away. That's new. I tell Gina what Oliver said while we run. I find it weird that we got here following a massive rogue pack, then they disappear. Then we have a two-front attack, then they disappear again. Now for weeks it's been crickets. I guess if you want to wear your enemy down, just make them paranoid and burn themselves out looking over their shoulders. But this is starting to really suck. We make it to the training grounds, and I trade out Gina for Lil. And this time Delta Kyle and Sam aren't alone. Mateo is with them and he looks awful, like he drinks all night and doesn't shower or take care of himself. His blonde hair is long and a mess, not his usual style. He looks like he has two black eyes, but they are just sunk and deep purple from lack of sleep. He's looking at the ground, hands tucked into his pockets. I walk right into him, just slamming into his chest, wrapping my arms around his waist. He clearly can't reciprocate based on the tension of his muscles, and then he just whimpers and starts to shake. Then I feel it, a warm drop on my cheek. I look up and his eyes are clamped shut, tears streaming, and he is shaking from the sobbing, but none of that can escape him because of his gag order. I lean back in and press my cheek to his hard chest. I'm here. I'm still fighting. I whisper to him, and he takes a rattling deep breath in. We will figure this out. Okay, just give me a little more time. Eat and sleep. I'm gonna need you in top shape when shot really hits the fan. I let go of him and walked away with Lil and Sam. That was harder than I thought. We complete training, and as we are walking out, I link Sam